Area sports knowledge as well. Brandin Brazil goes back with the Oakland A's. Real quick, Pods, I want to squeeze this in because we haven't talked about the Warriors schedule release. First couple games on the road, Portland, Utah, home opener against the Clippers. They've got 24 national televised games. 24, second only to the LA Lakers. Second only to the LA Lakers. So they're still...
How many on NBC?
NBC.
Not Bay Area. NBC, the bigger...
Well, that'd be next season. Next season, the year after. Yeah, it's not this season.
You're right, because TNT's got one more year.
TNT's got one more year, so they've got one more year.
Not a lot of people happy about that, by the way, that the Lakers and Warriors, who are probably going to be fringe playoff contenders, have the most. But, hey, LeBron James, Steph Curry, that's what it is.
Going back to the Seattle Mariners not getting television for, whatever, or a Sunday Night Baseball, it is about drawing the largest audience. So, we can poo-poo it and get angry and all that, but there's a business element to it.
Yeah, no doubt. 24 national televised games, 12 other games on NBA TV. Of course, the season tip-off at Portland against Chauncy Billups of the Portland Trailblazers.
A must-win for the Trailblazers?
Must-win for both teams. Game one.
Game one. Fighting for Chauncy Billups' life.
Motor City going to be rocking for the season opener.
Dude,
it will be.
Sell me on that game right now. I won't do
the season opener. Scoot Henderson, second season. DeAndre Ayton looking to get traded. They're going to be fired up there. It's a pageantry for a new season for the Portland Trailblazers. And you got Chauncy Billups. And by the way, you got Terry Stotts. Hold on, I'm not done. Terry Stotts' revenge game. He's the assistant coach of the Golden State Warriors, the team that fired him and blamed him for everything. He gets his sweet revenge in his first ever game as an assistant coach of the Golden State Warriors.
You're brilliant. I swear to God, I love you. It's incredible how you can do that.
Hey, Portland must win. You don't want to start 0-1.
Pick a game on the schedule right now that's really garbage at the end. Just randomly pick a game, like April 7th against the, whatever.
Well, they play the Spurs the third to last game of the regular season. No chance Wembanyama's playing in that game, by the way.
Sell me on that.
No Wemby.
No, that's not true.
Sell me on that game.
It's a home game for the Warriors. I do believe the Spurs will be in the mix for at least a play-in berth.
That's their only visit to the Bay Area, by the way.
Their only visit to the Bay Area. Wemby will be playing. Wemby will be playing. And you got Chris Paul. You think Chris Paul's happy about not playing that much in the play-in game?
Hey, Dub Nation, it's Chris Paul.
Pod's playing above him.
Steve Kerr, Chris Paul revenge game.
Dude, it is Wemby coming to the Bay, fighting for their lives for the San Antonio Spurs, trying to get into the play-in. And the officiating crew will be catering to the Spurs because they know we got to get Wemby in the playoffs. We got to get him on the platform here.
Could that be one of Pops' last games?
Could it be one of Steve Kerr's last games?
Win one for Steve. Pop. Win one for Pop.
It could be. I'm buying stock in Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
14 back-to-backs. We're not going to touch that. 14 back-to-backs. Christmas Day against the LA Lakers. Christmas Day. We get Christmas Day with the LA Lakers. 2 p.m. tip-off at Chase, right? Is it 2 p.m. or 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. tip-off. I love that. Maybe we'll pre-tape. We taped the, I shouldn't say this, but we taped the Christmas show last year. Taped it, and then came in at tip-off and then did the show after the game. So no halftime because it'd be national television. But, maybe.
It's anything real anymore. You just broke my heart saying that.
No, it's just the one game. Just the one game.
I don't know now.
Let him,
It's just one game.
It bothers me.
I've worked Christmas for the last 11 years. I don't even think it's a holiday for me anymore. MLK Day. Oh, I don't have to sell this game. It's the Boston Celtics.
It's the Jason Tatum revenge game.
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are going to want to drop 50 each. He'll finally get some minutes. So schedule's out. Schedule out. But the reason why I love the schedule release, because now I can look at the football season and say, okay, where's the conflicts at for Sunday?
Give me all the Clay games.
Oh.
Against the Warriors.
Oh, Clay. We got November 12th.
That's at home for the Warriors?
That's at home for the Warriors.
All right.
November 12th. Here, I pull it up right here because I had it all written.
I just figured you had it memorized.
No, I didn't memorize the schedule. Basketball schedule is tough to memorize. But here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go. All the Clay games. November 12th.
Mm-hmm.
February 12th in Dallas. And then February 23rd, my mom's birthday, at home against Klay Thompson. So 3 games against Klay, plus the IST game. Remember, they're in the same pool with the in-season invitational. So they're going to have about 4 Klay games.
Look at you coming around on the IST.
I mean,
how will the Lakers defend their IST?
Hey, listen, I could sell everything. I'll sell the IST. It brought some excitement up. It brought some excitement. And then you got Lakers Pacers in the championship in Vegas.
What is the game that Draymond's circling?
Ooh, well,
The Rudy Gobert game?
The Rudy Gobert game.
When is it?
When is that game? When do they play? Ooh, they play Minnesota, looks like December 8th.
December 8th.
I don't know. The schedule's fuzzy.
Nearly a day that will live in infamy.
It's fuzzy on this calendar. Let me pull it up. But no, that's the first game against Minnesota. No. Yeah, that's the first game against Minnesota at home. I thought they had an early road game against Minnesota. But that's the first game, Draymond and Rudy Gobert at home. Here we go. Let me pull this up right here. Let me get a good, clear copy. Oh, don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that.
Greatest revenge game in the history of the Bay Area in either direction, for a player that left and had to play somewhere else, or for a player
December 8th against Minnesota.
Join the Warriors. What's the greatest revenge game?
The Warriors? Oh.
Greatest revenge game. Because I already know what it is in my head.
Greatest revenge game for a player playing against a former teammate?
No, just like just revenge. Bay Area revenge game in some fashion. Some form or fashion.
I don't know. What, Chris Webber?
I was going to, just on my top 5, somewhere, I think it's the Andrew Luck playing Jim Harbaugh at Candlestick when the Colts smacked up the Niners 2 days after Aldon Smith crashed into a tree.
That was a close game, 13-7, fourth quarter.
Andrew Luck was special.
He was special, but it was a 13-7 game in the fourth quarter. It was really close. No, the greatest revenge game, and thankfully he didn't get revenge, was when Alex Smith came back to Levi Stadium with the Kansas City Chiefs. First year of Levi's, and the Chiefs are up 7-0 in that football game. Threw a touchdown pass to Travis Kelce, a little tight end screen, and the Niners used a fake punt at the end of the game to keep possession and keep the Chiefs off the field. And it was like, we can't let Alex Smith win that football game. You can't let him win that football game. And they didn't win that football game. Thank the heavens for that. Joe Montana playing for the Chiefs against the Niners. That was good.
That's a great one. And he beat Steve Young. Yeah.
KD going off against OKC and Westbrook.
Nick Ahmed hitting that home run.
What about Derek Fisher showing up to that playoff series late when he was on the Jazz?
I didn't want to bring that up. Shut up.
I don't know why that popped in my head the other day, and I hated that game so much. They cut over to him on that bike every time.
And Derek Fisher is coming out onto the floor.
Such a heroic return.
He just got here from the airport, and I was like, oh, God.
Real quick, because we're going to get back to the Babe Ruth series and everything, but real quick, Pods joined Willard and Dibs yesterday, or Willard and FP. And Pods talked about his goals for the season, Warrior fans, goals for the season.
Everybody's goal is to win a championship. So that's obviously number one on the bucket list above any individual goal. I think, seeing what that's like to be in the in-season tournament, semifinals and finals, that's another goal of ours to win our pool. We want to be a top 6 team. I think it's super crucial that we get into a 7-game series because, like Steve and everyone else has said, I feel like it's hard to beat a Steph Curry-leaded team 4 times out of 7 games. And I think last year, if we were able to get in that situation where we were handed a 7-game series, I think, the results would have been different. So I think just being a top 6 seed after the regular season's over is something that we have our eye on as well, and then kind of just go from there. But yeah, just extending our season. Honestly, for me, being done since I think April 17th, whatever it was, to now, it's felt like an eternity. And so, I don't want that feeling of having to sit at home and watch other teams play. I'd rather be the last, 1 or 2 teams playing. So just goals like that. And, as a competitor, you want to win everything you can. So anything that comes our way, I know me especially, I'll be ready for it.
He'll be ready for it. And by the way, the Klay Thompson return is actually the opener of the NBA Cup schedule. That will kick off the NBA Cup when Klay Thompson returns November 12th.
Is that a Friday night?
Oh, I don't.
Or is it a Tuesday night?
Let me see. It is a November 12th. It is a Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
Last year, it was the second game, the OKC game that went down to the wire on a Friday night?
Yep, Friday night.
That was the second game. Okay.
Was that the first game? You sure?
I don't. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think it was the first game.
That was a Friday night, though.
Friday night.
That was a great game.
It was a great game.
That might have been one of the best games
All the games were fun. The Sacramento game on a Tuesday where the Warriors blew a 24-point lead. You pull Moses Moody in that one?
Pods has a lot of Brock Purdy vibes, and just it feels like he just passes the eye test on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I was saying this to Loveman yesterday. Like, they're very different. I'm not here to you can't equate the last pick in the draft to being a 3rd or 4th rounder in baseball. Right. They're just or even like a late 1st rounder or mid 1st rounder in basketball. It's just so different. So different. But in terms of passing the eye test, and like the guy belongs. I don't know how great he is, how good he is. Like Pods belongs, right? Same thing I feel like about Tyler Fitzgerald. When I watch Tyler Fitzgerald play baseball, I get the Brock Purdy, he passes the eye test. Like, I don't know what he'll end up being. I don't know how sustainable this is. I don't know how great. I don't think he's just gonna bottom out and not be a big leaguer. I think this is a guy who's gonna be on a big league roster somewhere for the next decade. And when I watch Tyler Fitzgerald, I don't think he's a 12 home run every month guy, because that would put you into the Hall of Fame. But I certainly don't think he's a guy who's going to bat 100 for 6 months and not be in the bigs. I think he passes the eye test, and I get a lot of the same Brock Purdy humbleness, grindstone, big picture, just kind of like, I don't know, man. I really like Tyler Fitzgerald, and I put Pods in that same kind of bucket.
Yeah, I think Pods, gets a lot of heat for whatever reason, but he may first team all rookie. I think he's a winning player. I don't care what the stat sheet says. But the vibe I get from Pods, and we don't know how good he's going to be, but I like having aspirations of saying, hey, I'm going to play for the 2028 Team USA Dream Team.
Yep.
I'm playing in the Olympics. I like the fact that he has those goals. What's wrong with that? Have some confidence in yourself. This guy was counted out early on in his college career. Had to come out to Santa Clara to make a name for himself, and he did that under Herb Sendek, the head coach of Santa Clara. Pods just... And I talk to more and more people, they say, man, the guy he's one of those winning players that you can have on a championship type of team. So what does that net in terms of raw data, raw numbers? I don't know. Is it 13 points a game? Is it 40% from the three-point line? I don't know that yet. But the fact that he's working on his game, he told Willard FP, look, no more hook shots, no more floaters. I'm working on my catch and shoot, and I'm working on my three-point shot. I understand we're going to need that spacing. I'm going to need to extend my range. So like the Giants, one thing about the Giants, I think people are not, they're a little happy, or they're not happy with the schedule or with their record or whatnot, but at least we get to see the youngsters, right? We get to see Ramos. We get to see Fitzgerald. We're seeing Casey Schmidt.
Unless you're Bailey. Luciano and you don't go 10 for 21.
I mean, Luciano, that's another question. But you're seeing the young pitchers, Birdsong and obviously Kyle Harrison. With the Warriors, at least, which we've been clamoring for the last 2 years, we're going to see the youngsters.
Well, here's where I get a little worried. Kuminga making $46, $45, $44 million. It's just a lot of money. Now, you could say, Joe, the salary cap, and you have to, make it some sort of a percentage of whatever the salary cap is and break it. And I get the market. I understand all that. It is a lot of money to commit to him. And so
you don't have to do it right away.
What?
You don't have to do it right away.
Well, no, I think the more and more that I've been thinking about it is I don't think you should.
Yeah.
I think you absolutely owe it to yourself and the player to allow it to play itself out.
No, let's see what he looks like this year.
I think it would be a mistake for them. Even if they think in him long term, what's the price tag if he has a monster year? Even if he hypothetically makes an all-star game, how does the price tag change that much this year?
Yeah, I don't think it does.
In terms of
he'll be worth that 45, 50.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Which I'll comfortably and happily pay you.
Yeah,
come June, July, whatever.
I was just wait. The $30 million sounded great. I wanted that $30 million.
Well, it didn't, and now it does.
The $30 million. The $30 million was like a bargain. I felt like that would have been a bargain for Kuminga. Now you get the numbers where it's 5 years, $224 million. It's like, damn, $30 million. Damn. Well, in the NBA world, we're talking monopoly money here. Lottery marketing game number 2 in Salt Lake City.
Oh.
The lottery marketing game.
No, that's the Danny Ainge sucks game.
Well, it's in Salt Lake City. Oh. And Draymond Green, the lockup lottery marketing.
No, Kuminga's dropping 50 in that one.
Oh, Kuminga might drop 30. Pods is going to light it up.
I need a new Kuminga celebration. He needs to throw up the X's or something. He needs to do something when he does something some vicious dunk. He needs something to say y'all should have traded for me when you had the chance.
That's not him, though. He's so calm, cool, collected. If he does a stare, though, at the bench to Markkanen, that'd be pretty sick. Just stare at him.
He's in my list of guys in the Bay Area I wouldn't want to cross at all.
Dude, the lottery marketing game is going to be fascinating. So you get Portland right away. Moda Center will be rocking. Then you get to Salt Lake City.
When is the Moda Center not rocking?
It's always rocking. That's the only show in town. Friday night in Salt Lake City.
No.
Oh, the Timbers. The Timbers.
Well, and that's where our single A team is.
Yeah. Or it's in Eugene.
It's Portland. That's Portland to me.
That's about it's about an hour and a half away.
I mean, it's Oakland, Sacramento,
Monterey, San Francisco.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all Bay area.
Technically,
it's all Bay
Santa
area.
Clara on certain days is about an hour and a half away.
It's all Bay area.
If we're being honest.
What else? Just real quick here. So you got marketed, game number 2. Did he get the Clippers on a Sunday home opener, which would be a lot of fun. And then you get the Pelicans for a little back-to-back, a little baseball back-to-back. The team who basically knocked you out.
The Brandon Ingram showcase game.
Or the Zion Williamson showcase game.
Pelicans!
Yeah, baby.
Come on, Pelicans.
Yeah, baby.
They go visit Jordan Poole early November.
Are you going to be able to make it through that Pelicans game? Because if you're devout love of Trey Murphy III.
I do love Trey Murphy. When he worked out here, he was here for like 3 days. He locked himself in the gym, and it was half and half. It was mixed in that front office.
He was here for 3 days working out.
Dude, I love Trey Murphy III.
Why do you need to know that?
Because it's just little details. Like when he worked out the pre-draft combine, when they bring these players in, they work them out for a day and send them off. He was here for 3 days.
This guy off air is like, the things that I know that you guys don't know about this Warriors team.
I don't even say that. I never say that.
You don't know.
I know. I never say that.
Back and I suppress.
No, I never say that. I just say, you ask me and I say, I know some things.
Everybody.
Well, I say some things. I'm like, I'm not telling you. One time I did, the big guy go, hey, man, do you know da-da-da-da-da? And the first thing Shasky says is, how do we bring that on the air? I was like, dude, off the record.
Well,
off
let me bring it to the air.
No, do not bring it to the air. Because that's how you sink the ship. Do not even. So I see that's why I don't tell you things.
The Joe Shasky, home of journalism.
Early November, Washington.
Sources are telling me.
Jordan Poole.
According to sources.
Wait, Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole game. This is a Jordan Poole game. And then
JP with the Golden State Warriors.
Rashad McCants had to take about
if you
Jordan
could
Poole.
Trade Wiggins straight up for Jordan Poole right now, would you do it?
I think a lot of people would do it.
That's a great question.
It is a great question.
I would.
I think a lot of people would do it. I'm buying stock in Andrew Wiggins.
Dude, get ready to sell.
No, I'm not selling. I just sell on Snell. I'll hold stock, baby. Even if it sinks, I'm buying the dip.
Even if it sinks, I'm going down.
I'm going down.
Ship.
I'm going down. I'm going.
Is that Dido? I will go down with this ship. There you go.
Is that her second hit? Yeah. Okay.
Early November, Washington. Then they play Boston. Should Steve Kerr go to that game?
What?
In Boston.
Well, Dave Portnoy is definitely going to be ringside for that, or courtside, or whatever.
Let me just say, this guy on camera, Mr. Patriotic, Mr. USA, I'm rooting for France in the gold medal game.
Well, he had two other Boston Celtics on the team playing.
Dude, it's just like, you talk about a dude. I don't even want to, I'm not going to do that. Memphis. Memphis is in the cup play in the group for the NBA Cup with the Warriors. Josh ready to roll. I'm telling you, Ja's gonna be a problem.
I'll be real. Love Ja in the NBA. I want him nowhere near my USA team.
Well, in LA, Ja Morant, Team USA, with his pops.
Yeah,
my God. Hey, that is gonna be. Where are they gonna play the gold medal game after that? Into a dome?
I don't know, but if
probably into a dome, yeah.
If T Morant is there, then you better put Sharp courtside as well.
All right. What else? What else do you want to know about the schedule?
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams. No, where's Steven Adams? He got traded from Memphis, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Where is he?
Yeah,
I'll tell you where he is. Aquaman is going to have a new movie coming out soon.
He's a Rocket.
He's a Rocket.
That's actually a good move for them.
That is a good move for them. Wow. When do the Warriors see Dylan Brooks? Oh, they see him November 2nd.
Hey.
Sixth game of the season.
Look out for my Rockets.
Hey, Shangoon.
They play hard for Ime Udoka.
They do play hard for him.
That's unironically they actually
Jalen
do.
Green.
Emphasis on hard. Jalen Green, Shangoon.
Rockets coming out to play.
That is. Like, come on.
The Rockets coming out to play.
He puts out so many mixtapes. I don't even know what's what. Draymond, dude. The summer of Dre.
The Rockets coming out to play.
Is he the best Potter alive in terms of athletes currently in the game?
Well, that's what he does. He's got
Potter alive.
Well, they're in competition for the podcast of the year.
Who?
These NBA players.
What award? Who's giving that out?
They give an award. He won it last year. So you got all the smoke.
I
forgot who's giving it out. They got some. Look it up, Spadoni or Lubman. Podcast of the year. Sports podcast of the year, I believe. And Draymond won it last year.
No.
He's got competition, though. You got Matt Barnes and Stack Jack. You got Jeff Teague and Club 502. They're rolling now. You got Iguodala and Evan Turner, the point podcast, Point Forward or whatever it is.
Pivot or something.
You got the Pivot podcast.
Yeah, that's a different one.
That's a different one, but they're in the category. They're in the Pat Bev podcast.
Saudi now. Saudi money, Pat Bev.
Don't forget the JJ Redick LeBron podcast.
He was in Israel, Pat Bev.
That's a big mistake then, my bad.
I'm sure. Don't forget Curry's got a podcast.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, he's done 2 episodes? Bob Myers had a podcast. He did like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of shoved it. So I'm saying, all these podcasts, dude, Draymond's got to pump it out. He's in competition. It's a deep category.
Right, Tel Aviv of the Israeli Premier League.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
The IPL, the great IPL.
He said something the other day about Darvin Ham, saying, Darvin Ham told me he made a mistake. They should have rolled with me. Kind of like Deommodore Lenore telling Richard Sherman, I went up to Steve Hooks before the Super Bowl, said, I think I should play the slot. And then, look, that may be true and all. Y'all held the Chiefs to 19 points. They were doing nothing on offense.
Are you really going to do
and then no, hold on.
Okay.
And then Richard Sherman telling him, next time, just go straight to Shanahan. Just go straight to Shanahan.
Do we have that sound?
Right. Just go straight to Shanahan. He'll find it here. Real quick, pods on the trade rumors.
This is my first year going through something like this, so to have your name kind of rumored in something that you necessarily can't control is definitely different. Something that, as a college kid, as a high school kid, you don't have to worry about because there is no trades. So that was definitely different. But at the same time, it was a good feeling to know that, you're wanted across the league. Teams see your value. And at the same time, you see how much value Golden State I have there. So it was good to be a part of that, go through it. But I think Mike and I think Joe did a great job during that process of just being transparent with me and my agent of kind of what was it looking like, what was it going to happen. Basically at 2 different points in time, they told me I wasn't going to go anywhere. So I felt that as an extra confidence booster that they see a bright future for me as I do myself. Joe during Summer League said he thinks we have an all-star, and I agree with him 100%. And that's something that I strive for and, plan to do in the coming years.
I like the perspective. That's a hell of a perspective to have on that one. You could get deterred. You could get pissed off. You could be like, man, I'm in all these trade rumors, but you don't love me. I love that answer. Hey, league values me. Cool. Warriors value me. Cool. Let's go. I know I'm a valuable piece in this league. I just love the answer. I love it. I love the perspective from a second-year pro.
It's just tough. I don't know, how you navigate that. I would have no idea how that would go down. You see your name circulated, you got an agent, the ownership, there's a front office. Like I don't even know where I would begin with all that.
It's tough, but to have that answer and that perspective, got no problem with that.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with that.